Driving home from the airport, I'm not sure what to expect. You're sitting in the passenger seat, slouching a little bit. I'm in the seat behind you. Welcome home, you say. But this isn't home anymore. Hasn't been for years. A knit cap is on your head. You seem a bit shorter. It's been a while and I'm struggling to remember what you looked like before, but I think you look older too. No one talks. Instead, we listen to news radio telling us stories about people much worse off than us. When asked where I'm from, I say Detroit. It's easier that way. It's easier than saying Livonia, which I've always thought was an unpleasant sounding word and hard to say. But maybe I've never liked saying the word because it makes me remember. Livonia doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but its queerness of sound does arouse interest, which means I'm necessarily confronted with questions I'd rather not answer. But telling people I'm from Detroit usually ends up in my having to say Livonia, because the questions don't stop there, and Livonia could not be more different than Detroit, even though they're only separated by a 5-minute car ride. "2 miles, but half a world away." When I was 8, I used to run away. But not for real. I'd go out the back door and run into the park behind our house and sit in the middle of a patch of trees so I could see the house, but you couldn't see me. I'd wait there to see if you'd come looking for me, if you'd noticed I was gone. A few times you did, but mostly you didn't. I'd walk home, feet shuffling against too tall grass, head bowed, half wondering if you'd realize I was missing, and half in embarrassment that I hadn't made it further. Eventually I did run away, but not like in the after-school special where the troubled teen ends up on the streets and turns to a life of drugs and prostitution. Instead, I went off to college as far away as I could with the belief that there was nothing in Livonia for me. But it was running away just the same because as soon as I left I started forgetting, leaving behind a trail of ghosts in my wake, vowing never to return. But somewhere between 17 and 28, we've forgotten how to talk to each other. I think it was because you knew, but didn't want to know. So instead, we both just stayed silent. Dad found some gay porn when he went through my box of college stuff in the basement a few years ago. I'm not sure if he ever told you. He, like me, has never been one for talking. You fade in and out of consciousness as you lay down on your bed. Your legs are spread and I'm changing your diaper. I think that maybe you're feigning unconsciousness to spare us the embarrassment of the situation at hand. Or maybe I'm just telling myself that to get through the task. A bowl of applesauce dotted with crushed pills sits on the nightstand. We wince in semi-unison as I pick up the bowl and spoon, bringing it closer. closer to your mouth. I had it all wrong thinking that home was the house where I grew up. The snowy winter nights that leave one glad to be hiding from the world under layers of blankets. The high school corridors that left me dreaming of an as of then unknown place I knew existed outside. But home is you, and me, and Michelle and Chris and Dad. And now that you're gone, I'm homeless. A nomad, left looking for some unknown something. Unsure if I'll ever find it.